He was a modern-day hero whose death is a tragedy for Omagh. Northern Ireland's top police chief has paid tribute to Ronan Kerr, the young constable killed in a car bomb attack yesterday afternoon. Sinn Féin President Gerry Adams said people across the Republican heartlands were seething with anger over the murder of a Catholic officer who'd only joined the police force last year. Political leaders have called on anyone with any information to come forward. From Omagh, here's Carl Dinnan.
Ronan Kerr was killed when he got into his car to go to work. He was 25 years old and had been in the police a matter of months. Neighbours said his mother had also been recently widowed. Ronan was almost certainly killed because he was a Catholic policeman.
A mother has lost her son, a son in whom she had enormous pride in joining this fine organisation. And amongst the tragedy last night, they expressed to me their deepest pride in him.
There can be little doubt that this attack was carried out by so-called dissident Republicans. It has been condemned from all sides.
We are just not going to go back to those bad old days. This community has entered a new era. We will not be dragged back. And the condemnation of every section of our community falls upon those who have been responsible.
2 Police Service of Northern Ireland officers have now been murdered since the force was established. The first, Stephen Carroll, was also a Catholic, although his killers may not have known it. But dissident Republicans have been targeting Catholic police officers. Their strategy is to prevent the PSNI becoming too reflective of society here, to try and put a brake on the normalisation of Northern Ireland and, if possible, destabilise the peace process that mainstream Republicans like Gerry Adams have signed up to.
The people who I know and who I've known all my life and people who I've been in touch with overnight are seething with anger. They just see this as a futile action, and some of those are very, very hard-boiled Republicans who have been through the hardest part of this struggle over the last 30 or 40 years, who have suffered themselves grievously, and they just feel outright anger at what has occurred.
There are 3 main dissident groupings: the Real IRA, Continuity IRA and Uglana Éireann, with perhaps a few hundred members moving between them. They're led by former Provisional IRA members, but are known to be recruiting younger people. Such is the threat they now pose that an extra £250 million has just been diverted to the PSNI to deal with them. Dissident Republicans have already visited more suffering on Omagh than anywhere else. In 1998, the Real IRA killed 29 people and unborn twins in the town. Yesterday was a cruel reminder for the Omagh families.
It just plunges everybody back. I mean, even people that weren't affected. You could tell in and around the town yesterday when you seen people's faces, you know, the fear, the disgust, it was all sorts of emotions.
Dissident Republican activity increased markedly last year with more than 30 attacks. Despite numerous attempts, they hadn't succeeded in killing someone with an undercar bomb until yesterday. But security sources maintain this is a change of fortune, not an increase in capability. Carl Dinnan, Channel 4 News, Omagh.